Stop scrolling. This message didn't come to you by accident. And right now, in this exact moment, you are not lost. You are being guided. Even if your life feels confusing. Even if nothing is making sense right now. Even if you are questioning every decision you've made. There is something happening behind the scenes of your life that you cannot see yet. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. And you are definitely not stuck by mistake. You are being redirected. And sometimes, redirection feels like chaos. It feels like delay. It feels like silence. It feels like losing people. It feels like doors closing one after another. But what if I told you? Those closed doors are actually protection. What if the things you're calling failures right now are actually guiding you away from something that was never meant for you? Because not everything that leaves your life is a loss. Some things are being removed, so something better can arrive. And I know right now, that is hard to believe. Because when you're in the middle of confusion, you don't see the full picture. You only see what's missing. You only see what didn't work. You only see what you lost. But guidance doesn't always feel comforting in the moment. Sometimes guidance feels like isolation. Sometimes it feels like you're walking alone. But you are not alone. Even in your silence. Even in your waiting. Even in your confusion. There is a direction being written for your life. And every delay has a reason. Every setback has a purpose. Every detour is intentional. You may not understand it today. But one day you will look back and say, that is why it had to happen this way. Right now, you may feel like you're stuck in between chapters. Not where you were. Not where you're meant to be yet. And that space in between. That uncomfortable waiting season. That is where most people give up. But that is also where transformation happens. Because growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in uncertainty. It happens when you don't have all the answers. It happens when you keep moving even when you don't know where the road leads. And if you are still moving, even slowly, even tired, even unsure, that means you are still on your path. You are still being guided. Even if you feel like you're walking in circles. Even if you feel like nothing is changing. Something is changing within you. And that is what matters most. Because before your external world shifts, your internal world must shift first. And that is what this season is doing to you. It is building patience inside you. It is strengthening your awareness. It is removing what doesn't align with your future. And yes, it feels uncomfortable. But discomfort is not destruction. It is preparation. You are being prepared for something you cannot see yet. And that is why clarity is delayed. Because if you saw the full path right now, you might not trust the process. But trust is being built in the unknown. And I know it feels like nothing is happening. But silence is not emptiness. Silence is alignment happening beneath the surface. Just like seeds buried in the ground. Nothing looks alive at first. But deep underground, growth is happening. Roots are forming. Strength is building. And the surface hasn't caught up yet. That is exactly where you are right now. In the unseen growth stage. And soon, everything will start making sense. The people who left. The opportunities that didn't work. The doors that closed. They were not punishments. They were protection. Because not everything you want is meant for where you are going. And the version of you that is emerging now would not survive in your old environment. That is why things are shifting. That is why you feel different. That is why your old life no longer fits. You are evolving. And evolution always feels like loss at first. But it is not loss. It is upgrade. Even your confusion is guiding you. Because confusion forces you inward. It forces you to reflect. It forces you to question. It forces you to grow. And growth is never comfortable. But it is always necessary. So if you feel lost right now, hear this clearly. You are not off track. You are being rerouted. And every reroute has a destination. Even if you cannot see it yet. Even if you don't understand it yet. Even if it feels like nothing is working. Something is working. Something is aligning. Something is preparing to open for you. And when it does, it will feel like everything suddenly made sense. But right now, your only job is to keep going. Even without clarity. Even without certainty. Even without motivation. Because guidance does not always feel like direction. Sometimes it feels like uncertainty. But uncertainty is still guidance. You are being led. Even in silence. Even in delay. Even in confusion. And one day, you will realize. You were never lost at all. You were just being guided in a direction you couldn't yet understand. And everything you went through was necessary for where you are going next. So don't stop now. Don't quit in the middle of alignment. Don't give up when things are shifting behind the scenes. Because your life is not falling apart. It is coming together. Even now. Even here. Even in this moment. You are being guided. And everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Stay with it. The path is closer than you think. And your breakthrough is not in the distance. It is already in motion.